Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are enjoying the festivities that we brought to you tonight. Right now, it would be my honor to introduce the young princes of Seraviel and Mildway, Prince Asher and Prince Victon.
As most of you know, I am Prince Asher. It is my honor to be here in front of the wonderful subjects of Seraviel and Mildway. I can only hope that you are enjoying the extravagance that is my father's palace. Prince Victon and I have arrived to partake in the beloved tradition of the Seraviel Ball.
Likewise to what Prince Asher has said, it is such a gorgeous evening, and I'm looking forward to meeting with all of the guests. The alliance of our two kingdoms will mark a place in history. So let's enjoy this evening, shall we?
Is the seat taken? I hope you're enjoying the festivities.
Asher, he's just sitting down admiring the ballroom. Wouldn't it be a bit rude to actually disturb him?
I'm almost surprised by your apparent restraint to speak. This is our time to converse with commoners, Victon. We don't normally get the chance to do so within the confines of our palaces. Wait. Do you mean to say that you are of noble blood? Oh, my deepest apologies. I did not mean to offend.
And there we have it. A prince who doesn't even know how to interact with their own people. Whilst I have some charms up on my sleeves.
Halt with the flirtatious advances, Victon. You've just now met this man. Lord knows how many times I've had to stop your efforts to flirt with any person who happens to say hello to you.
But of course that wouldn't be much fun, would it? I suppose a lovely salutation could get the night started.
At least take the time to interact with him first before attempting to charm him. My apologies if Prince Victon has upset you in any form. In an attempt to start over our disastrous conversation, what brings you here to the royal ball?
I assume to fancy over the other nobles and royals in this ballroom.
Ah, you're here to show your support for our kingdom's alliance to battle the resistance. I commend you for your devotion to your kingdom. This is just one step closer to ridding the world of Fendril and his barbaric followers. And you know, I'm rather glad that a handsome man such as yourself is here to support us.
Prince Asher and I have been companions even before the alliance, so I was surprised that I was able to convince my father to agree to such a significant decision and unite both of our kingdoms.
I was your companion? More like your caretaker? Always having to rescue you when you'd get into trouble with the townsfolk.
Those are all minor details, my dear Asher. It was never my intention to trouble the townsfolk, but it was obvious that your intention was to merely ruin my fun.
If by fun you mean attempting to seduce the blacksmith to give you a kiss, then yes, 'twas my intention. That's besides the point, however. Now we must entertain our guest.
Of course, Asher. How do you suppose we do so?
Perhaps by conversing about something interesting?
Well, have you dined upon any of the delicious meals tonight? Our fathers hired the best chefs from both of our kingdoms to work in unison. A personal favorite of mine has to be the roasted pheasant. The flavor is just immaculate. However, I do think I may have found my new favorite meal. And he's sitting right here. Now, if you'd let me get a taste...
Victon, please, could you behave yourself for even a second? I swear, sometimes you act less like a prince and more like a werewolf in heat.
My apologies, Asher, but I'm far from a mindless beast. Though, if that's the case, would you like to be my soulmate? I promise you, I'm made for life.
It pains me how many times I must remind you to act more prince-like. Despite Victon's actions, please do not think that princes normally act so inappropriate, my esteemed guest. Some of us lack the self-control that a prince should display at all times.
Now, Asher, you're not so innocent yourself.
Whatever do you mean?
You're telling me you've never let go of your princely side before?
Indeed I am. What could you possibly be insinuating?
I remember all the late night walks through the garden we've had.
Hey, be cautious of your next words.
The memories of you opening up about the loneliness and the pressures you feel at life.
Please, Victon, I beg.
Memories of the way you hugged me, your arms wrapped around my shoulders with tears in your eyes.
Oh, Goddess, assign me a devil now.
And you kissed me, ever so gently. You should remember very well. Through your vulnerability, you discovered a part of yourself that you never knew before. On my shoulder, hidden beneath where your hand laid, you healed an old battle scar in almost an instant. Not that I noticed with your lips on mine.
That was many years ago, Victon. We're no longer that close.
Asher, do you really regret our past affection?
I don't regret those times. Not in the slightest. But that doesn't make it any less embarrassing to admit. My sincerest apologies. We don't usually reminisce about our past in public, but it appears that Victon wishes to fluster me without any remorse tonight.
You may see it as such, but I see it as a fair exchange. All I wanted to do was have a bit of fun, Asha, yet you found it in your will to stop that. And as for you, my dear guest, it's much too difficult to manage a conversation amidst all this commotion. We could talk more if you please. Perhaps you'd like to meet me in the garden later?
Don't entertain his ideas. The dance is about to begin. People come from all over to experience the grandeur of the Seraviel ball. And what's more romantic than sharing a beautiful moment with your partner? And, you know, I was kind of hoping that you would perhaps want to share a dance with me. If not, I'd respect your wishes, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, the Seraviel ball is about to commence. Participants gather in the center of the ballroom with a partner of your choosing. I'm rather intrigued to see who the princes decided to choose as their partner for tonight.
Ah, just as expected. Looks like your apparent clairvoyance has worked in your favor again, Asher.
Quiet now, would you? Look, I'll be preparing for the dance back at the throne. Are you coming with, Victon?
No, you can go on without me. I think I'll head to the garden. If our friend wants to accompany me, he's free to do so.
Spending time in the gardens? If you'd rather spend your time frolicking in your happy spot, then so be it. Well, that's no matter. If you so desire, I'll be waiting for you in the crowd. Whatever route you shall take, I only hope that your time spent at the Seraviel ball is one you will not forget. Farewell, my friend, for now.